Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's new and unusual, guys? And a couple of you waiting here. One thumb up, you dirty entertainment stealing, rotten, no good hooba joops. Anybody here? Anybody here? I did have something wonky going with my sound here, so let me know that you can hear me. Hammy, can you hear me, buddy? Camp Hoopajoop. There you go. Night Strike. That's for you, buddy boy. Told you. M7. YouTube told me to come, so I did. How you doing, Jimmy? Thanks for setting this up for me. I appreciate it. Give it a couple of minutes here and see if you didn't believe me. I bet you didn't believe me, huh? Thought this guy's full of shit. He doesn't have a bayonet. I know I know the M9s are pretty cool. They're neat. They got the old wire clippers on them. Or trimmers, whatever, wire cutters. Yeah, wire cutters. That's what I'm looking for. That's a word I'm looking for. Yeah, this is an old M7. I've had this since I was, a little dude. Yeah. Full of, I don't know. Chock full of. Be a candy bar. If I was a candy bar, I'd be chock full of shit. Give it a couple of minutes here. So what's new and unusual? What's going on, guys? Check out the dark side of the tube. The used tubes. Yeah, hopefully soon will be. Hi, Vanessa. How are you doing? The gun gal's over? No, they were pretty close. Yeah, Gizzard Garrett. We are the nougat. We are the dark side of the tube. What's up, Brewster? What's going on, man? No, I'm not. I don't know. I do tan nicely, but no. I'm full-blooded white trash American. Merca. So we have we got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. Full-blooded saltine. There you go. Jorge, what's going on, man? Yeah, the red. It's weird. I don't know why it shows. Why it shows up red so much. The lights. We have a red wall over here. I don't know if we get a little reflection from that. I'm not really sure. It's odd, but had a bunch of stuff. I got my Grim mug. If Grim shows up. If your life involves you wanting some lube, see in the dark side of the lube. you say tube? Did you mean lube or did you mean tube? What's going on, Zippy? There's nothing on the dark side but white guys with guns, fat white guys with ones. Yeah, with guns. Yeah. That's we stack the deck in our lube tube. No thanks. Unless that's something that you and Night Strike are working on together. I don't know. I know he's got gun tube. You know. Is it okay that you watch? Of course it is. It's okay if anybody watches. Have I had a chance to shoot it? No. And it's going to be quite a while, I have a feeling. So Fine Ape uploaded a few videos to GunTube. That's awesome. Very cool. Hey, John Brown, I put my damn phone backwards again. Oh, well. I'm an idiot. You heard it here first. Grim. I got my nerd Grim mug today. Yes, Alan B. Pro is back. He's back with a vengeance. Back and looking for trouble. Back and looking for action. Clay got his first M9 bayonet. Best bottle opener ever. Awesome. I didn't even think about it when I bought this last rifle until I picked up, I didn't pick up the upper. The upper came to the house. The upper came to the house and I took it out and I was like, ooh, bayonet lug. Bonus. Can't go wrong with that. And it actually it doesn't have a whole lot of play in it. It's actually really good because it's right on the flash hider. So it's it's pretty cool. It doesn't have a whole lot of wiggle to it. Doesn't have a whole lot of rattle. Just a little bit. I've seen some videos of guys that have the shorter barreled rifles, and they're just flopping all over the place. They make some sleeves that help and stuff like that, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. So, I actually do have some stuff I want to talk about tonight. A lot of the stuff has been sort of early watches. M9 holds down stacks of paper. Nothing wrong with that. This thing was, I had mine when I was a kid, man. Mine was, my grandpa used to take me to this, sorry, I had a note. Wow. That was gnarly. I got a notification and it kicked me out of the live chat. It kicked me out of the chat. That was something fancy right there. That was a little different. No, I didn't poke the wrong button. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. I think I need help. Get down here quick. No, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, content strike. Yeah, YouTube. The YouTube's got me. It's Mac and Hank and me. You know, all the top level guys. You know, the upper echelon. The big shots. So I know some of the stuff. You know, it wasn't a night strike. It was a lot of the stuff's been talked about, you know, some other places, and you know, I just want to kind of speak my piece on some of the stuff. And there has been one or two other things that I've seen, you know, today that I thought were pretty cool, actually. So not just the, you know, the bad stuff, but you know, something that was actually that came out that I saw on another channel. He did a video on it. It's a guy that I'm subscribed to, Donut Operator. Really cool dude. Younger, you know, his late 30s. He was in the not Marines, Navy for a little while, and then he was a police officer for a couple of years. And he actually streams on Twitch. He's a gamer, but he has a YouTube channel too, and he does a lot of law enforcement stuff. Really cool, really interesting stuff. Really cool. So he put out a video on a guy today that I wanted to kind of talk about. So, you know, but it's, as always, I really do not care if this turns into a free-for-all. We can make it whatever you guys want to talk about. TacticalTeabag.com. I believe it, Russ. It could be, you know, whatever. So, you know, if we want to talk about a little bit about food, we can talk about food. You know, in the description, had the description of the title of the video today is Heroes, Zeros, or Zeros and Heroes, one or the other, and Mother Sauces. And that's something that Jelsman and I were talking about the other week. We talked about mother sauces a little bit, and I thought that'd be kind of fun to bring up, and something that if you guys interested in cooking, you know, would be something you can get into. I just heard the little guy yelling. Hopefully he's okay. We can start with, let's start with that. Mother sauces. Yes, mother sauces. Let's start with that. We'll go through that. We'll just do a little thing. We also, I changed up the midnight jams. So we got another, what was that? CS Blue says, oh, he was involved in a tragic boating accident this week and lost all my firearms. They gave their lives so that I may live. I heard that motherships. I heard that they actually drug you to shore, Blue, and it was like something out of Saving Private Ryan. Maybe it was. I heard it was heroic. Yeah. So, food-wise, you look back in the mother sauces. That's right. If you look back in the history of food, You'll find a couple of guys, Anton Karems and oh boy, little guy's having not happy up there. Aliens abducted your firearms turret. I've heard that. I think I saw that in the news that happened to you. I'll vouch for that. I'm pretty sure that happened. And Escoffier, very the huge pioneers in culinary world. They worked on setting up systems in kitchens to make things run more smoothly. Everybody had their specific jobs, all that kind of stuff. It was really cool. And they just really tried to put systems in place with people and jobs, and they really sort of standardized food. They tried to anyway, or they began that. That's kind of what it was. And they devised this sort of system of sauces and their derivatives. So they decided that there was going to be 5 mother sauces. One is a bechamel, which is a thickened milk sauce, basically. One is a velouté, which is a thickened white stock of either poultry or fish. One is an espagnole, which is a thickened, flour thickened or roux thickened brown sauce or a brown stock, like beef or veal. You could use lamb too, I'm sure, a darker. Hollandaise, which a lot of people know Hollandaise from like Eggs Benedict, which is an emulsified sauce that uses egg yolks and clarified butter, and the tomato-based sauce. So the bechamel is basically you take onion piqué, which is onion and a little bit of clove. You char it, add the milk to it, and you basically flavor the milk. And then there's no place like home for the hollandaise. That's right, brown sauce is that code. The chair is against the wall. John has a brown mustache from his John has a brown sauce mustache. So the bechamel is thickened, and you've got this basically like a white gravy almost. Now, if you take that and you put Swiss cheese in it, it's a Mornay. If you take that and you add black pepper and Parmesan, you've got Alfredo. So, and the Alfredo is traditionally thickened with like raw egg yolk too, or a liaison. It's called a liaison. Egg yolk and heavy cream mixed together. So you guys you have to watch it from the beginning. This show is like eclectic. You can't just miss parts. You can't leave. You can't come in late. You don't know what the hell's going on. It's not good for the rest of the class. It's just not. So that's the term mother sauce is basically you start with this base sauce and you can add to it. White gravy is used to make babies. It is. That's baby gravy. So it's just, I thought it was something fun to bring up. And if you, if you're into food, you're into cooking, if it interests you, so since I'm late, I need to duck out. If you, if you're into food, learning these 5 would be really good. I know, a lot of people, I do a lot of food, I do a lot of guns. This is really kind of neat for people to learn at home. And you can take these 5 sauces and turn them into tons of different sauces. Hollandaise, if you add, you make a traditional hollandaise and then you add blood orange juice. It's called a sauce maltaise. That's really good. That's really cool. It's like this orange, almost like orange creamsicle-y kind of, because it's creamy, and the hollandaise has a natural buttery and creaminess to it. And then when you start getting into tomato sauces, obviously you add, you start looking at, you're adding your basic garlic and that kind of stuff is in the sauce, and you start adding basil to it, and come up with your marineras or anything like that. And then there is a 5th that I personally, as a professional, not an expert, believe that beurre blanc should be a sixth sauce. So even though these guys were like the god of food in their day and still considered like pioneers and pretty much amazing, awesome people, these two guys were Espanol or Escoffier was basically the John Browning of food. All right, those are big words. That's a lot. Those are big shoes to fill. But that's really what he was. He was an amazing dude. And a beurre blanc, if you've never made a beurre blanc, it's you basically take a reduction of like shallots, white wine, and some other aromatics. Reduce that down really slowly, sometimes over a double boiler so it doesn't brown or get color. And then you basically just whip cool butter into it. You whisk cool butter into it. And it's just a butter sauce. Shallots not be infringed. Gary, that's why you're a mod. Right there. Damn it, that's brilliant. Um, so, you can take a beurre blanc and you can make that beurre blanc and, So, honestly, I'm going to go against tradition and I'm going to say there's a sixth one. So, if you find this interesting at all, shoot some comments under here. Ask questions now. I mean, obviously we're on live, but if you think, in a day or two, you're like, yeah, I want to learn how to make one of these, or you want a little more information, or you want to, you have any questions, throw them under the comment section, and I will get back to you ASAP. Because if people want to learn to cook, this is like one of the very first things you want to learn. I would enjoy a snack, please. So I thought it would be fun to talk about a little bit and kind of get the wheels spinning a little bit culinarily. Second thing tonight is I did update, because it's been 2 weeks now. I updated the playlist, Midnight Jams. So if you go under my playlists, there's going to be a heading that says Midnight Jams. If you click on that, it is the very first one was Jonathan Colton, which is awesome. And I do still have a Jonathan Colton tab because I think he's awesome and he's super funny. Last week it was Johnny Cash. All right. Or 2 weeks ago it was Johnny Cash. Most people should know how to cook for themselves. They don't have to be chefs, but they at least know how to cook for. Yeah, absolutely. And Night Strike, he's right. One of the things is, if you feel if you like it, if it's a hobby, if it's enjoyable, start with the basics. And, it's fun because then you work from there. Learn your techniques. And that's a lot of my videos, I don't do anything too crazy. And people say, oh, it's fancy, it's fancy. A lot of them aren't. They're all based on, Jimmy can set the microwave like a pro. A lot of my stuff is based on, really simple techniques. So, check them out. If some of you guys are new, and, Vanessa, you're new. If you haven't looked up any of my videos, I've got them up to 18-ish food videos. Anything from homemade butterscotch was my very first one, all the way up to my last one is beef Wellington. And that is a hell of a stretch of things. So check them out, and I'd be more than happy to help anybody out. CS Blue, Smokey and the Bandit, you know it. My wife is a huge fan of, you know who I'm talking about. Mr. Bandit himself. So Jerry Reed he played Cletus in Smokey and the Bandit, the truck driver. Jerry Reed was a songwriter. He was a songwriter. Stop. He was a songwriter. He was a singer. He sang folk and rockabilly, country, a lot of really cool stuff. And Baloo, you're right. You're one step ahead of me. I was just gonna say you had Fred. Fred was the Basset Hound in the movie. Fred was that big fat old Basset Hound that ran shotgun in the truck with him. Got him in trouble a bunch of times too. Old Fred ran into the pond at one time. Two Live said, dude, you worked 16 hours yesterday. I hope that you had a good nap today. I slept a couple hours last night, and then actually took the little man over to Bass Pro Shop. Went over to look at the fish. Just wanted to get out of the house a little bit. Want to go go have a little fun. So we went and we looked at the fish and we walked around. And he really likes four-wheelers. There was a really nice Arctic Cat 700 up there that he was all about. So he might have a four-wheeler in his future, which is cool. Check out the playlist. Basically what I did was I just downloaded, there's only one thing in there to hit, and it's his essentials. It's a full album. It's like an hour, 52 minutes or something like that. Listen to it. It's great. It's got Amos Moses on it, which is an amazing, really cool song that was covered by Primus, of all people, which is really cool. So there's a lot of neat stuff on there. So if you're doing stuff around the house one of these days, put it on and play it. I think you'll like it. So, next. We all know about the, Mac, Hank, Big Daddy Hoffman caught a strike too. NEA has made a lot of his stuff private. All his AR-15 stuff, or a lot of his gun stuff. His Trigger Time thumbnail still has the AR in it. I was kind of surprised to see that, but so I think that kind of have to wait and see what happens. It's unfortunate, but maybe it'll get all straightened out. So if anybody hears anything about that, don't be quiet about it. Next topic, Early Watch, one of my favorite shows, and Jimmy's in here now. Jimmy actually helps me out a little bit. Hank's main channel got whacked. The Early Watch. Jimmy helps me out a little bit because I don't have a laptop yet, so he embeds the link. So hopefully this is on Gun Channels, gunchannels.com, thebestchannel.com. They just redid the 4-year upgrade. Awesome. It looks really cool. It's really neat. So what stainless steel pans do you like? I actually don't use stainless steel. The only stainless steel jumpy that I use at the restaurant is I have a couple of pots. And stainless steel is nice because it doesn't impart any color or flavor into your food. And we'll get back to Jimmy here as soon as I answer this question. I use aluminum saucepans generally. Travis P11 is a big fan of Calphalon, commercial nonsticks. Yeah, in the restaurant, the only nonsticks we use are for omelets. No Walking Dead spoilers. I didn't watch it. Casino Boss, actually, as a matter of fact. Good to see you, by the way. Jimmy kicks ass. He's PG. What Jimmy are you talking about that's PG? Good God. We talking about the same Jimmy? Holy shnikes. So when you do, when we make creme brulee base or something like that, we always use the stainless because it doesn't impart any flavor. If you use an aluminum pan or aluminum pot, if you're using like a whisk or a metal spoon, it can actually scrape tiny amounts of that aluminum off, and it can make your sauce kind of gray or off color. So that's the big deal. Aluminum heats up really quick. That's why it's nice for saute. The non-stickability of it is not bad, even though it's not non-stick coating. So that's why it's nice. So Early Watch. Jimmy is looking for people in each state. You see, I did not get enough sleep last night. Jimmy's looking for people in each state to be sort of a point man. So, Jimmy is email is earlywatchaz. Tony is earlywatchil. Patriot just took Michigan, I believe. So it would be earlywatchmi. Travis P11, there you go. Jimmy, there's your man. Early watch. And what is Nebraska? NA, right? I take all the nice stuff to the restaurant. What are you talking about? We got stuff around here from the restaurant, not to incriminate myself. And Rooster got Minnesota. Awesome. I'm hoping that RL will take PA. RL's a little more able than I am. I'm in PA too, but he does a little better job. He has a little more time. He has a little more. He's better. He's been better at it. Vanessa Kitty, early watch, every weekday at 10:30ish, 9:30, 10:30. Jimmy James does, and Tony York does early watch. It's on YouTube. If you want, Jimmy is in the chat here. Early watch. Subscribe to that son of a bitch. But it is not PG, as somebody said. So it can get a little bit dicey. But what type of pots and pans do we have in our kitchen? God, they are I forget. Not all clad. It's a Calphalon style. It's something like that. It's not Calphalon, but it's something like that. And I generally don't cook all that hard at home. Yeah, she subbed Calphalon. Are they Calphalon? I don't know. They're over there. I don't know. Because honestly, our vent system, our hood system kind of sucks. So anytime I try and do anything where I'm searing anything harder at high temperatures, the house it's like an inferno in here. So take it kind of easy. So Jimmy's looking for the early watch. Jimmy's looking for people to take over their state, to be a point person, to help keep Jimmy in the loop possibly for the show, to be a little bit of support if there's ever if we ever decide to do any rallies, or if your state has a rally, then you can let him know. You send him an email, and on the show he can promote it. So 2 Live Moon. What did I miss? Did I miss something? What type of because she knew. Early watch, FYI too, if you didn't pick up on it already, 9mm is my wife. If you didn't catch that, so you guys can have chat fun now. So check the early watch out. Great show. Weekdays, if you don't know it, weekdays Monday through Friday are bookended by 2 just awesome kick-ass shows. It's early watch and then Daily Gun Show. A lot of people know about the Daily Gun Show. They hear about it a lot because G-Webs is, kind of on a lot of other chats. But early watch is also probably my favorite show. Yeah, awesome. When you're finished, what's a decent set of kitchen knives? Not chef quality, but home. 25 years old. All right. Rock Humper. I don't know if you guys know Rock Humper. Raleigh Wilkes, how you doing, Holmes? If you don't know Rock Humper, he's been around for quite a long time. He's actually from the Philadelphia area too, Pennsylvania. He hit me up with the same question a couple of weeks ago. And let me write that down. I pointed him towards a set of knives. He wanted to get something for the house. His wife likes to cook or whatever. I sent him to Amazon for a set of knives by Dexter Russell. It's called the Connoisseur series. They're wooden handled, and I've had two of the chef's knives. One of them I wore out when I was young and I wasn't really good at sharpening knives and all that stuff. I jacked it up. I wrecked it pretty good and got rid of it. The second one disappeared, quote unquote. You know what I mean? You know how things disappear. So, yeah, stay away from Henkel's. Yeah, anything. Again, food and guns, man. Get something forged if you can. Stamp blade stuff is fine, and I honestly, people ask me what I use at the restaurant all the time. I use the cheapest, crappiest stamp blade knives. We have a nice knife service that comes in once a week. They drop off new ones, they take the old ones, and then we just keep them sharp in between. Stamped blade knives get sharp as hell, but they also dull fast. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't mind sharpening, not a big deal. You know, no big deal. But if you don't want to go through all that, then you want a Hobart stand mixer for doughs. Hobart's an awesome product. Or an awesome company. Yeah, they're expensive. Hobart's a good name. So anyway, Dexter Russell Connoisseur series. Look them up on Amazon. My favorite is the Santoku style wooden handled with a Granton edge or a scalloped edge. Okay. Yeah, GOA gun. Yeah, the GOA. And I'm actually going to get to talk about the NRA a little bit here tonight too. The Connoisseur series chef's knife, Santoku style. So instead of having, the blade that's pointed, it's got the the drop point. Great knife. It's light. I think they're like a 7 or 8 inch knife. It's a good steel, and they hold an edge really well. They're a hard steel. They're good, and they're full tang. They have a full tang, which is nice, and that's something you want to look at in a knife that if you're going to really use it hard. So, there's a quick rundown of knives. Do I have a whetstone? No, Jumpy, I do not. I have a whetstone at work, but I never actually I have an oil stone at work, but I never use it. So there you go. There's a rundown on knives. That was a little long-winded. The Santoku style chef's knife. There's a bread knife, and then a boning knife. I would suggest those three. That's what Rock Humper got. He was very happy with them. I actually gotta email him and see how his wife liked them, because I'm very interested to see if she liked them. But I would suggest a non-flexible boning knife if you're gonna buy a boning knife. The flexible ones are generally more expensive, and you see them used for fish and stuff. It's not, a stiff blade boning knife tends to be a little more utilitarian. Travis uses T11 butcher's steel and glass rods. Yeah, there's actually there's some companies making, Shun makes one. They make a nice steel that's actually multi gridded. I don't know what you want to say. Like, it's coarse grit on one side, and then as you go to the other side, it's less. So it's nice because if your knife needs a little bit more, you sharpen on the coarse side, and you spin it around, and you kind of finish it off and put a nice clean edge on it. So there's knives, pots, pans, sauces. We're off to a good start. Bayonets, AR-15s. What other show are you going to get this from? gunchannels.foodchannels.com. NRA. We did mention the NRA, and we all are pretty, whatever. But I want to talk a little bit. I want to kind of get some people's opinion on this, just because I brought it up once or twice in chats, and nobody really wanted to address it. Maybe, yeah, hit or miss. And it's Sam from Forge from Freedom, who seems like a really awesome dude. Hey, RL, how you doing? what gloves do you use when preparing food? We just switched to nitrile. Um, Not nitro, nitro funny car. Ooh, they're fast. We were using latex because latex was cheaper, and there are people that have latex allergies, but it's not very common. So we never really worried about it. I never had an issue with it at the restaurant. In 12 years, I never had anybody come in and say they had a latex allergy. But we switched to nitrile um, because they're actually less expensive, and the nitrile are very durable. And what's nice is the nitrile also has textured fingertips, which is cool. Um, Vinyl, I hate vinyl. Vinyl doesn't stretch. It doesn't. It isn't form fitting. Um, and if you wear, especially in the kitchen, if you're wearing gloves that are actually, I have some nitrile. These are the ones we use. We use black nitrile. So, so he's a black nitrile, and you've seen these in the videos, right? You know, they're form fitting. They do a really good job. They're a little more durable than the latex. But if you are using the vinyl gloves and they have any kind of and they're not form fitting enough, they don't fit you enough, and you got that kind of thing going on, you don't want to cut that off. You'll end up cutting the tips of gloves off like crazy, and then it can get into food. So if you want to have some gloves for the house, just try and find some that yes, same thing for tattoos. Tattoo artists have been wearing nitrile for years. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Thanks, Johnny. You're right. They've been using nitrile for years, and it's just becoming popular over the last couple of years in restaurants. These are black because that's the one company that we're actually going to be switching to blue. Blue in the restaurant industry, you see Band-Aids made out of blue. Medical gloves are nitrile. 9 times out of 10, medical gloves are nitrile because you don't have to worry about allergies. And the tips of them are textured, which is nice. They have like a little roughness to them, so it's not as slippery. We're switching to blue. There is no blue food for the most part, unless it's fake. There is no natural blue foods. So a blue glove will 99.9% of the time, a blue glove will stick out in food better than anything else. Yeah, Harbor Freight. So yeah, Harbor Freight. Good. Blueberries are not blue. They're purple. They're like a purple color. Yeah. If you put a like this color blue, like the inside here, that's the color they are. There isn't anything that you're going to really make in a restaurant other than like an icing for a cake that's going to be that color. So that's why they use it. So if you do cut the tip off of it, you see it. You see it easily. The black ones aren't going to show up as much if you're making something dark, So Smurf stew, yeah, that's it. Wild blueberries, they're still, maybe to the outside, they have like that muddled color on the outside. But if you would, for the most part, smash them up or something like that. Midnight broke my life. Blueberries are not blue. It's just not. Yeah, it's just not very common. You can say things. There's a couple things that might be close, but not really. So NRA Sam from Forward from Freedom seems like a really awesome guy. He's cool with Yankee. He's the one that does all the T-shirts. His and this is a good one for this is a good opinion piece, I guess. A lot of us know that sorry, little guy, I can hear him again. Boy, he's just does not want to settle down tonight. Mac is going to cause trouble basically at the NRA show, it sounds like. We're not really sure what he's doing because he's so unhappy with the NRA. Sam is too. Sam is planning to print T-shirts, the NRA T-shirts that the guys have, the not real activist T-shirts. He said on Hank's show, I think it was Hank's show the other week, that he's planning to print off a bunch of those and just hand them out to people. Hey, Mel, how's it going? basically hand out a bunch of them to people in protest and, stand outside or whatever. I'm really on the fence about that. It's, I think I get it. I understand. But I also would feel very, very awkward, and I feel very odd about the fact that pro gun people um, would could be outside the NRA show protesting the NRA. Does it look bad? You know, Upper Decker is a filthy prank. That's right. Uh, and to somebody that's out there protesting because they are anti-gun, I don't know that this is a good time to have infighting amongst ourselves. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. I am not trying to protect the NRA. I don't give a shit if they close down tomorrow. I'll be 100% honest. I've been a member for years, and I'm not a member right now. If they would change their tune, then I will rejoin. But as of now, I'm not a member. But is it more harm than good to have 100, 200 people outside protesting the NRA show and have that on the news? And have possibly people do reports on it and say, look, even gun owners hate the NRA. You know what I mean? Is it, what is it? Jumpy, I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully it's clean. So I don't know. I was just looking for opinions on people, like I said, I've brought it up a couple times, and nobody's really been willing to touch the question. So I thought I'd bring it up a little bit. I thought it'd be interesting to say, and possibly, get your thoughts. So we talked about the early watch. That's good. Talked about Sam. All right. Talked about mother sauces. Look at this. Okay, now, Travis P11. I'm going to do this because you're here. Travis is a teacher. You guys know that. Most of you guys know that. Travis has been. Travis, I will say too. There's been a couple of people that have been like very instrumental in my YouTubery, and Travis is one of them. I always like to say thank you to him. Clover Tack, Ghost Tactical, and Travis, and NEA. Those are the big four for me. The first time I was ever, live on a hangout, it was with NEA. If you guys haven't watched it, Caliber Corner Saturday mornings, Travis's show Caliber Corner is a fantastic show. Absolutely. It's kind of like it's kind of a must watch. His topics are always well thought out, well planned, and he has good guests. He always tries to stack the panel with guests that know what the hell they're talking about. So, it's a really good show. If you haven't, if you're in here and you're not subscribed to Travis P11, please do that, because he don't suck. So, teachers with guns. All right, I'm for it. Straight out. Travis is for it. I know Travis is. Travis is pro teach a gun. Okay. And I have one caveat to throw on that, and it's another one that I kind of threw out the other night on Clover's chat when he had the guys on. One dude was an armorer or a gunsmith, and the other one was a tactical dude, trainer. I don't want to play down what he does. He seemed like an awesome guy, and he actually, 9mm. This guy that was on Clover's chat the other night, you missed it. His summertime carry gun is a 938. He carries a 1911 during the winter, full size, and then in the summertime when you're not wearing the bulky clothing, he carries a Sig 938. So I thought you'd be interested to hear that. This dude's a serious dude, so you got a nice piece there. Yeah, Tide Pods. Tide Pod challenge. Go. Um, Teachers carrying guns. I believe. I believe it's. I believe it's a good idea. Right. I believe there also should be a resource officer here or there. I mean, I think that's totally fine too. Um, I'm not. I'm not a fan of making everybody carry. I think it should be optional. If you don't want to, I don't think you should. I also think a lockbox in the classroom is fine too. I don't think it needs to be um, on body. It just needs to be. Um, John, you gonna bring your new lady to RL shoot this summer? I don't know who you're talking about, John. But hi, John. By the way, now that I see yins, I think a lockbox, as long as it's secure, is fine too. One thing that kind of popped into my head, and I brought this up once or twice, and again, it was kind of like, I don't know if people don't maybe people don't pay attention to me when I'm not talking about food sometimes, but the fact that you can train teachers individually, just like I could train individually, or you could, any one of us can train individually. But to train them as a team, like a SWAT team, quote unquote, is going to be very difficult. So you've got and sit through lockdown practice with me. Yeah. So my thoughts behind it, well, or just things that are popping in my head. One, if you can't teach them as a group or as a team to work together, then you shouldn't expect them to work together, and you shouldn't want them to work together. I think if you are teaching them individually, which is awesome, just like I would, I would train, or you all would train individually, that you should stay where you are. And if the fight comes to you, you deal with it, but you don't go looking for it. Because, and I brought this up, was I think one of the worst things that could happen, something happens, not the word, one of the worst things. I mean, this is bad, but whatever. You know what I mean? Is for some teacher to take their gun looking for the fight, or two teachers to do that, and one to have friendly fire. So, I think that's something that needs to be sort of brought up too. And I haven't really heard anybody say anything like that. So, the light bulb went off, so I thought I'd bring it up. As a teacher, you've got a pistol, you've got a handgun. Stay in your classroom. If something happens, use it, but don't go looking for it. It's kind of like turkey hunting. One of the things you learn when you go through hunter safety is never stalk a turkey. If you stalk a turkey, and you're not sure of what if it's not a clear shot, don't take it, because it might be another hunter with a turkey call. And you still see that nowadays. You see guys that walk up on other hunters that are trying to call in a turkey, and next thing you know, you got some dude pointing a gun at you. You're like, oh shit, you're a person, not a bird. And the same thing could happen. You got two people with a gun coming around a corner, and you got an accidental shooting. So, food for thought, right? Okay. Talked about that. Man, we're rolling here tonight. This is going to be a good show. So, I thought this was kind of funny. Well, like I said, we took the what? Hold on a second. Two Live Moose said, I've been shot by a hunter shooting at a deer. That's crazy, dude. I mean, you hear about it happening all, you hear about near misses or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, there's a lot of, RL's back, so okay, thanks, okay, good, okay, now, boy, I forget where I was. I don't even remember where I was when you left. Jeez, it was, I guess I'll just start wherever, I took, like I said, I took the little dude over to Bass Pro Shop today to play around and get out, run around and stretch the legs a little bit. And I had a case of almost, I don't know what you want to call it. And as a gun guy, it's kind of like gun guy telepathy, right? We were going up the escalator. We rode the escalator a couple times today. I don't know that he's ever been on an escalator, so that was big shit for a 3-year old, right? So we rode the escalator a couple times. And one time we were getting ready to get on, and there was this guy and his wife or his girlfriend walking behind us. And it's funny, I heard him say something. I don't know what he said. Um, and I heard her say, "Oh, you just want another gun." And I kind of looked back because you hear a wife say that to a guy or a chick say that to a guy. And I'm like, let's see how this is going to turn out. Oop, puppy's going to bark. And he said, I don't know what he said, and she said, "Well, you don't need an AR." And I looked back, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I smiled, and he pointed to me, and he said, "See?" And I said, "Well, do you really need one?" And he said, "See, you just got to have one, right?" And I thought it was pretty funny. Um, you know, oh, is that John was talking to me? Okay. Um, am I bringing my wife to the summer shoot? Yeah, if we can make it. I don't know. I keep forgetting my phone's right here. I'll have to look and see if I have it in my phone. Throw the date out there. Put the date in the chat. The new girl he got this week. Yeah, right. Nobody wants any of this for sure. For sure. Um, Throw the date out there, and have her put the date in her phone or something. Oh, I can write it down too. What's the date? Travis P11, you mind your own business. Oh, John, are you talking about the new rifle? I don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. John just totally destroyed the show. RL. Okay. RL. When is the shoot? I will write that down, and then we will get to John. So, um, oh, the AR is the new girlfriend. Okay, now I get you. So many people. Oh my god. No, I have not shot the new rifle because I had somebody ask me that. And if there is a shoot, yes, I would take it. The third Saturday in July. Yeah, we will try and make it up there. I don't think it's that far away, right? Isn't it up in like Williamstown or something? You, Midnight, Travis P11, you can do a review on it. Sure, go ahead, buddy. You drive your ass over here. We'll go out. Getting it. You guys are all going to Tulsa, and I can't go to Tulsa, so maybe one of you guys can come here. Yeah, outside Williamsport. That's not too bad. It's 3 hours, something like that. It's not too bad for us. So, um, yeah, and you got some cool guns there, right? You get some full auto. You knew it. Isn't there like a Gatling gun there or something? Something nuts. All right. So, um, next thing, do one. We're gonna do one thing, and then we'll get into cool stuff. There's something good. All right. So, the Bradford County cops, the resource officer, stayed outside for 4 minutes. We know that. The shooting lasted 5 or 6. Didn't go in. We found out that he waited outside for 4 minutes. 3 or 4 other officers showed up. Didn't go in for whatever it was, 3 minutes. until Coral Springs showed up. Right? Coral Springs show. Patriot. Hey, bro, sorry I'm going to miss your chat, but got very early. Patriots got to go. No problem, buddy. The resource officer needs a beating by his mama? No. He needs a beating by every kid's parents that the kid died that shouldn't have. This dude was on the scene. He was outside and heard shots, heard whatever, and did not go in. If he would have engaged this guy, you don't know what would have happened. Because what we don't know, one of the things we don't know, we know it took 5 minutes or 6 minutes or whatever. What we don't know is how many kids were shot or people were shot until one of those people died, or who was the first one to die. So let's say this piece of garbage goes in there. He shoots one person, two people, a third person, and this resource officer shows up. And maybe the 3 of those people would have survived. Maybe nobody would have died if that dude would have gone in. And that's pretty rough to think about. So the resource officer and the police from Broward, did I say Bradford? As Broward County, right? Worthless. Serve and protect, right? Not so much. Okay. So, in 2015, there was a man, he was a doctor. Any chance the shooter walked out by him? I don't know. The shooter apparently, well, I don't know. I had heard that the shooter dropped the rifle and walked out with the other kids, or ran out with other kids, so they didn't see him. He resigned. It was too late. He resigned right off the bat. He should have beat his ass. So in 2015, San Bernardino shooting. Quite a few died. 14, I think, or 15, maybe 13. I don't know, somewhere around there. Travis P11, thank you for coming, buddy. Appreciate it. Dr. Michael Neeki, Neeki, I believe it is a trauma ER doc, right? Trauma ER doc. That's also a first responder for active shooter situations. So when San Bernardino happened, this guy gets a call, or I don't know if he has a pager. I don't know, if they use pagers nowadays, or if it's all through cellular, like if it gets pushed, like a notification gets pushed to his phone. So he's at home. Bernardino happens. He hops in his car. He suits up, and he goes in. He goes straight in. And I read the story on this guy, and it's pretty amazing just to think about his situation. He was the first person on scene to this shooting. He keeps all his stuff in his car, basically gets on the scene, jumps in, takes his stuff out of the trunk, puts on his boots, his flak jacket, grabs his AR, and he goes in, right? One dude walks into who knows what, right? Now, you say, like, wow, that guy's a stud, right? This guy's awesome. This guy's a pimp. He's trained like a son of a bitch. He does all these training. He's awesome. He's top notch, right? And this guy's a pimp. He's a stud. He's a, Okay, so now, flash forward to a week and a half ago, to this guy by the name of Jeff Heinrich. I don't know if anybody's heard that name. I heard it today for the first time, which is really a shame. Really a shame that the week and a half has gone by and we've only heard this guy's name now. Okay, so Jeff Heinrich is a officer for Coral Springs Police Department. His wife is the assistant athletic director and knew the athletic director that was killed. His son goes to the school and played football for that athletic director. And Jeff Heinrich I don't know if he donates his time, but he actually spends time at the school and just does stuff around the school. Just a cool guy, right? Just like a kind of like a dad, you know. So the day of the shooting, he is in t-shirt and shorts and sneakers out on the baseball field, I guess, watering the infield. You know, if you've ever played baseball on a dirt infield, it gets real dusty during the summer. Or, you know, all the time, whatever. So they spray it down. So he's out there doing that. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Roll call, Jorge. So he's out there doing his lawn maintenance, whatever. He hears what's happening. Home runner, how's it going? So he hears what's going on. Drops the hose. And I've watched his interview. He actually did an interview. If you look his name up, I'm sure it'll come up. It was his press conference interview. T-shirt and jeans, or t-shirt and shorts, doing yard work. Drops the hose, runs into the school. As he's running into the school, there's a kid coming out that has been shot. He grabs that kid, takes him to like a utility shed or a dugout or something out by the ball field, wraps him up, wraps his leg up. He'd been shot in the leg. He puts a tourniquet on, puts a pressure dressing on. This kid gives a description of the shooter to Officer Heinrich. By that time, the fire department was there. Heinrich leaves this kid to go back into the school. On his way in, he meets up with another officer from his department that he knows that is on the SWAT team. This other officer gives him a extra vest, Kevlar vest, and because this officer that he met was using his AR-15, he gives Officer Heinrich his sidearm, his pistol. So this dude, this father and husband, is basically given a jacket and a pistol, and he goes in and starts clearing rooms. And if he wouldn't have met, and this dude seems like this kind of guy, even if he wouldn't have met that SWAT officer, I guarantee he would have still went into that school. No gun, no nothing. I guarantee he would have went into that school. So Google it. Look it up on YouTube. Jeff Heinrich, Heinrich. Look up his deposition, not his deposition, I keep wanting to say that, his press conference. And he gets really emotional about it. But this is the dude, these are the kind of people that you need to hear about. Not, this is the kind of stuff that needs to be promoted. This dude is to say the guy's a hero is nothing. I mean, that doesn't even do the guy justice. Dude's a superhero. So, Hemi, I'll see you, buddy. So I just wanted to tell that story. I think it's important to get this guy's story out, and I'm hoping that some of the other shows pick it up, because I'd love to see it on other people's shows. But obviously, I highly doubt it's going to be promoted like any of the other, anti-gun, anti-whatever stuff is going to be. That's going to be the hot topic. And then this dude that's a goddamn superhero is just going to be like, oh yeah, he went in and he helped, whatever. So, So I'm gonna just what was his name? His name was Jeff Heinrich, Heinrich. I believe it's Heinrich or Heinrich. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I can't remember. Um, and another thing that was really interesting that I saw when they were talking to him when he was doing his press conference, um, he talked about and you hear people, and I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, and I don't like that kind of stuff generally. I kind of just shy away from it. I'm like, whatever. But people say, people will hear different accounts of the same story, and it'd be like, oh well, you don't remember what happened. Oh, well, then you must be lying. They infer that people are lying. You know what I mean? Or they infer that people weren't there, or they infer that things things didn't go down like that or whatever. During this guy's press conference, he was saying how he met this kid Kyle that was coming out that had been shot, and he said he couldn't remember what leg he was shot in. He said he was shot in the leg, and he goes, I don't remember which one. And but that kind of, this guy's a trained police officer, and obviously a hell of a guy. And the person only has two legs, so he had a 50-50 shot of remembering which leg this kid was shot in, and he couldn't do it. And it really does kind of show you like how people's minds work or don't work when when you're in a really scary situation. So that's a lot of people, like, they'll ask questions. It's somebody that's been in a traumatic situation, and they don't know, or they don't remember, and you think like, well, how don't you remember that? Fog of war. Yeah. This dude did this and helped and bandaged that leg up and couldn't remember which one it was. So I thought that was really interesting, and I thought it was kind of telltale for some people that say that people are full of shit when they get something wrong in a situation like that, and I don't think that's right at all. All right, so let's go to the chat. I know I haven't been paying attention a whole lot tonight. You guys have been talking amongst yourselves and whatnot. So, also, why you should never talk to the police if you're involved in a DGU. I don't know what a DGU is. DGU. You have to spell that one out for me. I'm just a dumb fry cook. I just work at the Waffle House, Yeah, 32 people watching. That's pretty nice. I'd love to hit 40. I don't think we've Dollar General uniform. Yeah, defensive gun use. Yeah. Yeah. Unload it, put it away, and keep your mouth shut. Right. I'd love to hit 40, and I've never hit 40. I think we had 39 one night, a month ago or so. Thought we were gonna get to that 40, and we never did. So what's up? What's on your minds? We're a little over an hour here. I did a lot of talking in an hour. I really kind of went after it. So, licking the steak juice. Steak juice. You have 72 hours. 72 hours to make a statement, just like an officer who's involved. 72 hours is a long time, too. Man, damn. Still 10 stealing? I know, you bastards. $40 on giveaway. Yeah, 40. 40 on giveaway night. Thank you, Jorge. I appreciate it. No, we've had, last week was rough. Last week's the one that, oh no, I didn't have one last week because the little man was sick. The week before that's the one my phone shut off on me. My phone got all wonky. I was like going to sleep and blah, 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 all that shit. You said that and then lost some. Yeah. Hey, we got the 32. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't. I need to. We gotta get a PO box. Once we get a PO box, I'm gonna start hitting people up for swag. I got some stuff that I won that I can't get. Outlaw, I need some excitement. Get some excitement, man. I know I was gonna drink a Red Bull, get all wound up here, rocking and rolling. King Doof, how you doing, buddy? This is probably your first time in the chat, right? King Doof, you are from the Red Dot review, correct? High voltage, little AC/DC, rocking and rolling. Maybe we'll do an AC/DC. King Doof, yes, thank you. Mr. Doof there left a comment under my Red Dot video. Talked to him a little bit back and forth. That's what's been pretty cool about Gunpowder. So since you don't have a PO box, you can send it to my house. I know I've had that once or twice where I've won stuff and let them redo it or given it to somebody else. Complain about what some more? Complain about what? What am I complaining about? I'm not complaining. Red Dot. Now I put a new John, I did a Red Dot review, a review of a Red Dot site on stop winning stuff. No, here's the thing, Ellis. Here's the thing. Okay. I'm competitive as hell. I would rather win and give it away than not try and win. Just no. No, not another site. No, I would, yeah. So I've won, God, I won a beanie from Ghost that, I mean, if I can get it, I'll get it. If not, and he gives it to somebody else, awesome too. I mean, it's no big deal. Who do I think? No. No. Jimmy James got some stuff for me. He got a swag pack for me. You know, it's good. It's all good. Hey, if somebody else gets the stuff, somebody else gets the stuff. I mean, hey man, we're all friends, right? I don't care. I think Rick had a sticker for me or something. Outlaw Romeo 6T. Is that 6T? Does that mean it's a 6 MOA dot? That's a big dot, if that's what that means. Have you ever played with scalpels? Them suckers are damn sharp. Yes, actually. I've used a scalpel once or twice. You worried about terrorist mail? No, we just don't want to we just don't want to put our address out there, you know? I don't need John Z showing up on my goddamn doorstep. Oh, hello. I'm here for a snack and a place to sleep. I want to shoot your guns. Well, nobody needs that. Tardot's getting all bossy. Bossy. No, we don't have that. No, there's no reason to get into details about anything. No. It's totally fine. It's just a choice. Just G-Web's choice of not being on camera, you know? Yeah, RL be kicking on a damn door at 4 in the morning looking for a meatball hoagie or something. Meatball sub. Freaking knucklehead. Yeah, we're still going. It hasn't even been that long, man. It's only been an hour and 14 minutes. That's nothing. That's nothing. I've done almost 4 hours. I won't be doing 4 hours tonight, but hey, Sean Pawner, what's going on? Sean, you missed a good chat so far. Hot dog sandwich, you know it. Back up to 31. We're going back up. We're going back up. Yeah, we feel like we were talking about something other than John. Oh, G-Webs just went live. Speak of the devil. I could put it on the tablet and we could watch it together. I only want to screw up RL's chat. You don't have a chat coming. John says I'm a good topic for just about anybody. Yeah, Sean, how's the Hudson? The old H9. Oh, that's right, Van Chat. I forgot. Yeah, Van Chat 11:30. Um, yeah, I saw Sean's review. I think I thought I commented under it actually. Maybe not. I've been I've been slowly subbing to more and more people. Um, I was really kind of had a conundrum going on, up until recently, where the people that I subbed to, I really wanted to put effort into their channels, kind of. I wanted to. I don't like to sub to people just to sub to people. I mean, I sub to people because I like them or whatever, but for the most part, if I sub to you, it's because I like your content and I want to interact. I want to watch all your videos. I want to, do that kind of thing. I want to see if I can hop in, all your live streams or whatever. And lately I've been trying to pull away from that because I think there's so much good content out there. You can't possibly keep up with it anyway. So I was maybe a little naive. So I've been adding more subs lately. Yeah. Wait, or else is wait, I'm supposed to be putting effort? No, none at all. Just keep giving away shit. You'll be all right. He said, no, that's not what I meant. Hatfield says, I've only been on 2 of his shows. I understand that. No, I mean showing up in the chats. Yeah, well, John, you're like a social butterfly too. You're everywhere. You're moderating on stuff. You're running shows. You're promoting people. You're managing. You're like, I don't know. You're a big shot. I'm just a little shot. Although I've been doing really good with subs lately. Have I shot? No, I have not sighted in the I've not sighted in the AR yet, and it could be a little bit. I actually need to. I need to renew my membership to the club. First of all, good God, I thought of that. Saw that last week. I was thinking maybe next week or something if the weather's nice. Maybe trying to go up to camp to shoot a little bit. I have to sight in the AK too now because I put the red dot, the new red dot on that, and took my red dot that was on that and put it on the AR. So I got 2 rifles to shoot it. I've got so much shit to do, gun-wise. I've got 2 rifles to sight in. I've got hand loads that I need to test for my AK, and I've got hand loads that I need to test for my 9mm. So I could put in a I could put in a full 8 hours at the range if the weather would break and I get some time off. For sure. I mean, it's 30 rounds of AK I think I need to try out, and then it's 30 rounds of 9mm and like 25 of AK plus sight in. Actually, I need to sight in the red dot for the AK, the red dot for the AR, and I need to do the iron sights for the AR. So it's almost like I got to sight in 3 rifles. Boy, little man is upset again. He's been having a hard time sleeping. Hasn't been sleeping well. It sucks. John is like our little helper fish, our little helper monkey. John will, if you need a hand, John's on your show. I'll tell you what John's awesome at. Hatfield, yeah, you should go live. Why not? Especially if RL doesn't go long because he's not feeling well. Because he's been laying on his back. He's been laying on his back lately. What's my favorite hollow point load for the SS for the 7.62 other than SST? I haven't loaded anything other than SST, and I haven't shot them yet. The the thing with hollow points, I loaded for the AK because I wanted a premium round for defensive purposes. Not that I'm talking defensive purposes like, oh shit, zombies and Terminators are coming for us. Not everyday stuff. So everyday stuff, it's going to be the 12 gauge. It's going to be one of the handguns, you know, something like that. Outhouse in the dark. So when I do figure out what shoots the best, I mean, I'll let you know for sure. I love to talk reloading, so that's, you know, that's an easy thing to do. That's an easy thing to talk about. You can get me talking about reloading pretty much any time. And then loading for the 9mm is just, you know. Oh boy, little dude. We can. I wish I had my. 'Twas the night before Christmas. You could let him. You could let him listen to the Christmas. I used to have it. It was laying here not long ago. It's funny. I came across it. Oh, is that it? Oh my gosh, that might be it right there. Yeah, actually, there it is. 'Twas the night before Christmas, in the Gun Channel's house. I think that's how it started. Yep. Yeah, that was funny. I like that. If you haven't, and that's, yeah, that's. You should have John read a little man. Yeah, John, go live, and I'll email this to you, and you can read it. 10mm is cool. I do want a 10mm, but I got stuff before I want to get a 10mm revolver, probably a GP100 or some such device. But if you haven't, if you like stories, go back and watch some of the John Z's voice can put anybody to sleep. John Z's got one of those voices, man. Him and who else has one of those? Ghost has kind of a unique voice too. Yeah, the GP100 7-shot. I know it. That's awesome. That's a cool piece, man. I like it. But we GP100 4-inch barrel. Oh, yeah, you do sound like Yankee. Alan B. Pro, yeah, Alan B. Pro and John Z. We should have them have a voice off. Have them read the same thing back to back and judge who we like better. Red Hawk 357 8-shot, new and improved. So Smith & Wesson has an 8-shot too, right? That's that tactical 8 R8, not the R8. Shoot, what is it? My GP100 shoots 100 times and starts throwing bricks on empty. Smith, yeah, R8. That's what it is. I was thinking, I thought that was wrong, but I was right. Yeah, the R8. The R8's pretty cool. It's kind of neat because the you can put the rails on and off of it and make it as kind of super tactical or not. You know, it's pretty cool. Rock Island. Rock Island 1911. There you go. You can do it my way. John, that would be a great song for you to sing. My way. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Forgotten Weapons. Ian. Gun Jesus. I won an NS 1911. NS. You know about Night Strike? No, I didn't. Okay, did I totally miss? How did I miss Alan's? Did Alan sing My Way? I bet it was probably really good. He's got a killer voice for that. Night Strike 1911. It slices, it dices, it shoots, it jams, does everything. It doesn't jam. It slices, it dices. You can cut a tin can with it. You can cut an old boot. I cut this penny in half. Did everybody watch Roll Call's show last night? All right. You know what? It looks like, yeah, Roll Call was on fire. He was on something. He was wound up. He was wound up. He's probably still wound up. I left a comment under his video today. I was like, "How's your blood pressure, bro?" Yeah, if you if you want to watch something to get yourself wound up, watch that. So, I'm getting word that might have to help out with little guy upstairs. He's having a hard time. I might be on story duty here. So, we're going to cut it off. Midnight. Not bad. RL gives you a chance to go live. And outfield too. Outfield, outlaw, outhouse. That guy. So it actually works out really good. So RL, go ahead, and then maybe outlaw too. If you Gary just sent me a link to My Way. So thanks for coming. Good show. I appreciate you guys all coming. Check out some videos. I got, if you haven't seen it, got a Wellington video, beef Wellington video I did last week. Turned out really good. That's a really neat one to try if you're looking for any, you're looking to impress somebody. And share some videos. It's a great way to get new subs. Want that? May need 3 of those on a plate for me though. Yeah. So if you would please share the video, it's great. Gets me some new subs, get some new people interested in the channel. And if you like the content, you like what's going on, if you're having fun here, check me out on Patreon. It's gonna be going to 100% to the show. We're gonna get a laptop and all that kind of stuff too, but basically we're gonna be probably throwing it directly at a PO box, which is cool. So we can do some giveaways, we can do some fun stuff, we can do some games and prizes and fun for all ages. So that's pretty exciting. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, go over to patreon.com and you can check me out, MidnightRangeTM. And trust me, it's slow and steady. The channel's been growing slow and steady. We haven't done anything crazy, but I appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and I will see you on the early chat. Oh, actually, I'll probably see you here pretty soon coming up on RL. So check out RL Sewer, and then possibly, if you can stomach it, the Outlaw Hatfield. And if not there, you can always go over to gunchannels.com, check out the lobby chat. You got a 24-hour lobby chat. Can't go wrong there. See what's going on. And Hatfield. You can see what's going on there. If you got any questions, comments, or challenges for anybody, I'm sure there's somebody there that knows the answer. And then I will see you in the early watch tomorrow morning. All right? It has been a great week. And I'm very proud to say I'm the closer. And I'll see you later. Bye.